Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Today we'll be talking about the differences between the levels of your school psychology degree. We'll be talking about the master's level, specialist level, and the doctoral level school psychology degree today. Let's get into it. First, we'll be talking about the different types of degree titles that you can receive. For a master's, you can get an MA, which is a Master of Arts, and MS, Master of Science. You can get a MED, which is a Master of Education, and for the specialist level, it's actually pretty similar. You get an MA, MS, MED. Sometimes you can get some other like weird degrees, like the EdS, the Education Specialist degree, and also like the PsyS, Specialist in Psychology. But basically, master's, specialist degree titles are pretty similar, and obviously for the doctoral level, you get a PhD, like a Doctorate of Philosophy, a PsyD, a Doctor of Psychology, or an EdD, which is a Doctor of Education. So obviously if you get a doctoral degree, you'll be a Doctor so-and-so, which comes with like prestige and like different things you can do. That's the difference between the titles of degrees. We'll be talking about credit hours. This is really where the programs differ. The master's level is less than 60 credit hours. It's typically around 30 to like 36 credits, whereas a specialist level is around 60 credits. My program is 66, and honestly it's a lot, but it's worth the specialist degree. And for the doctoral level, it's around 90 credit hours, which is a lot. So this kind of comes with the length of time that you're in school. So for a master's, you will be in school for 2 years, no internship. So after 2 years, you'll receive your degree and it'll be a master's. For a specialist level, you have 2 years of coursework. Mine's actually 5 full semesters. It's a lot of class, and then you have 1 full year of internship. And typically it's a paid internship. You basically just work like an employee, but you are being mentored and you get credit hours for that as well. And this is really where you get your feet wet. You learn your job and you got to kind of practice what you learned in class. For the doctoral level, you have 4 to 5 years of classes and then 1 year of internship. So it's a lot longer than the other levels, but it also comes with its benefits. So let's talk about internship really quick. For the master's, there's no internship. It's not required. I mean, that's that. For the specialist level, you need 1,200 hours of internship, and this is required. It's pretty rigorous, but like I said, it's typically paid and it's just part of the program. You sign up for it and you just do it. For the doctoral level, it's 1,200 to 1,500 hours of internship, very similar to the specialist level. I think the biggest difference is the coursework and the idea behind the programs. PhDs will be more research oriented, research based. I guess PsyD is more hands-on, but you just get a lot more class and background and research. And some doctoral programs will provide up to 2,000 hours of internship, which is a lot, and that's a little crazy, but I'm sure you learn a lot during those hours. All right, so let's talk about the career options in school psychology with these different degree levels. For a master's, you can't do anything. Yep, that's it. Right here it says limited to none. So basically with a master's, you can just say you have a master's and that's it. You really need a specialist degree, which is like a master's / specialist, to be a school psychologist. It's basically your entry level degree to be a school psychologist, and with the specialist level degree, you can go and work in the public schools, work in private schools. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I mean, there are some other career options, but that will be the bulk of your career. Let's see, for the doctoral level, you kind of widen your career options. Obviously, you can be a school psychologist working in the public or private schools, but you can also own your own private practice or become a core faculty member of a university or a school psychology training program. And I think that's something I might want to look at in the future. I mean, I think it's great that you have all those options, but of course, the trade-off is you have a lot more school. So there is something called the NCSP, Nationally Certified School Psychologist Credential, NCSP. And with a master's, you're not eligible to apply for it, but with a specialist and a doctoral degree, you can apply to be an NCSP. And basically what this does for you is you can take your degree anywhere and practice in any state. Because typically when you finish your coursework and take your exams, you're licensed in your state, but with an NCSP, you can go to any state and practice, which is really, really nice and convenient. Another big difference between these programs, which may not mean a lot to you now, but I think it may have implications in the future, is whether your program is accredited or approved by an organization. So with the master's level school psychology program, they will not be approved or accredited by anything. Whereas a specialist level will be accredited by NASP, which is a National Association of School Psychology. So this is like an organization of school psychologists, run by school psychologists, and it's to support school psychologists. For the doctoral level, it is approved and accredited by NASP and APA, which is American Psychological Association, I believe. And that's basically like a even bigger organization. If NASP is for school psychology, APA is for all of psychology. They're a little more bougie, I guess. So they typically only allow like doctoral programs. And yeah, I don't know. I think they have some beef. That's basically all the information you have to know about approvals and accreditation. You can't really be part of the APA if you only have a specialist degree, but that's okay. You can always get your doctoral later, or just be happy with being part of NASP. NASP is great. A couple other things I want to talk about. In the public schools, I don't think it really makes much of a difference whether you have a specialist degree or a doctoral level degree. I only say this because when I looked up pay scales, the pay is the same in some counties, and I guess you're doing the same work. But I would think that with a doctoral degree, you have more experience, and so they should pay you more. But some counties, they don't. It's wrong. Oh, and for like core faculty for universities, if you only have a specialist degree, you can't do it. They always want people that are doctors, okay? Yeah, that's just a reality. Private practice. So I mentioned private practice earlier. In some states, you are allowed to have a private practice with just a specialist degree. In Virginia, right here, I'm in Virginia. And I believe you need extra credentials, but you don't need a doctoral degree. So after I'm done with my program, I can get some extra credentials and open my own private practice, which I think is really awesome. For doctoral level degrees, you're basically ready to go as long as you have a state licensure. I don't know how difficult that is to get, but I think usually a lot of people with a PhD or a PsyD, they will have their own private practice. I'm sure you make more money. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. Thanks so much for watching. If you got to the end of this video, thanks so much for sticking around. Thank you so much for your overwhelming support. It's really, really awesome to see that so many people are interested in this career path. I'm only a school psychology student. So, you know, there's only so much I can share with you guys, but I will continue to try to make videos and content. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.